It is no longer news that a lot of families have been impoverished. All right, so you wouldn't say because you're poor you shouldn't go to school. When you raised the point earlier, you said education is expensive. Yes, it might be expensive, but it should be considered as a right of every person, regardless of your class, be you of the rich class or the poor class, because the government should function in such a way that gives equal opportunities to everybody. Because whatever we get in today, we are competing with our contemporaries around the world.
When you x-ray the situation, and as much as you understand the fact that students need to have their exams, do you see an alternative way of doing this where the school gets what it wants and students get what they want?
Yes.
Okay, what's that way?
Like I was suggesting to the DSC yesterday, I told him, could there be a way whereby the students could pay by installments? Alright, there should be a provision for that. Now, if your school fees is 85,000 naira, you pay 85,000 naira, you pay 45,000 naira, then you come next semester and pay a balance of 45,000 naira. There should be a fine of 5,000 naira additional. For example, in University of Port Harcourt, the school fees is 45,000 naira annually, per session rather. But if you are paying by installments,
not for all departments though.
All departments.
Okay.
From year 2.
Okay.
I'm actually a student of University of Port Harcourt.
I just wanted to get that clear. Go ahead.
So you pay by installments 25,000 naira. Then when coming next semester to pay off your debt, you have an additional fee of 5,000 naira. So you pay 50,000 when you are paying by installments. All right? It covers for the loss. Now, if you are paying once, you pay 45,000 naira and you move on.
When was the last bursary paid, and what have you heard about bursary payment so far?
Okay, the last bursary enjoyed by Rivers State students was paid by the last administration led by Rotimi Chibike Amechi. All right, since the inception of the present administration, yes, he must have been doing well in all the areas, particularly as regards infrastructure. But as regards the welfare of Rivers State students, I think it's high time the governor looks into it. Because, for example, if we have a scholarship grant, for example, or an avenue where Rivers State students could get funds from the state government, and they will have to pay back when they get employed, I think it will go a long way in helping the students. Things are very difficult.
So in as much as you understand that bursary payment isn't some sort of constitutional provisions or something that's mandated for government to do, you would say government should perhaps consider it as some sort of subsidy for education?
The truth is that bursary may not be in the constitution, but when you understand that the government runs and functions for the best interest of people, then you will agree with me that bursary is one thing that shouldn't be thrown under the carpet, owing to the fact that it is difficult for everyone. And things are very difficult, and the only way we could get out of it is by having support from the government we can be proud to call our own. Like I rightly said, if we have our scholarship board being revamped and it's being functional, lots of students will benefit from it. If we have a kind of avenue where we can go and get a loan from the state government, for instance, after acquiring the loan, of course we are students.
But wouldn't you prefer these other sources as against bursary? If you had these other plans, scholarship schemes,
we don't have any of them on ground currently.
So you feel the least you can ask for would be the bursary?
The truth is, we don't have scholarship board currently functional. We've not been paid our bursary for the past 7 years, and then we don't have any means of getting funds from the government, even if we have to pay when we get employed.